Okay, from the back of the bus, we're going to be doing the same thing we were doing up there. The laser pointer is here to show you what we're pointing at, but you guys will be pointing in the direction of what you're talking about. So starting with the air tanks, we've got our air tanks right here. We've got 1, 2. So these air tanks are properly mounted. They're not leaking. They're not damaged. The air tank hoses, we've got some up here. We've got some back here. The red and green hoses. They are not cut, kinked, or damaged. They're not leaking. We've got our drive shaft is right here, this long, that goes all the way back to the rear end. So the drive shaft is not loose or damaged. It's not bent. No missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. The drive shaft guards are the U-shaped, and actually point this one up here. You can probably see it better. These U-shaped guards that you have guarding the drive shaft. There's no debris, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. And then we've got the exhaust system that runs all the way back here. The exhaust system is not damaged. There's no leaks as indicated by soot. It's not excessively rusted, and no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. And moving back here, we have our rear end, or you can call it a differential. There's no leaks, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. Behind the rear end, you can't see it from this angle. You're just going to point in that direction and talk about your fuel tank. The fuel tank is not leaking, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. All right, and then moving to the suspension back here, we have the frame. The frame, and then our shocks. The frame is no cracks, no welds, not broken. The shocks are not missing, not compressed, no leaks, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. Our leaf springs back here, they're not cracked, not welded, not shifted. The leaf spring hangers, no cracks or broken, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. The leaf spring clamp, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. And then moving on to the U-bolts and the spacers. Not damaged, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure.
Can you point at those again, please?
The U-bolt and the spacers. All right, and then the brake chamber. The brake chamber's back here. They're just, this is the back from what we were looking at in the front. This would be the back of the brake chamber, so that's why it looks a little bit different. And if you move over to the other side, you can actually see it better. The brake chamber is here. It's not missing, not loose, not damaged, no leaks, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. The brake chamber clamp is right here. It's not missing any nuts, bolts, it's tight and secure. The brake chamber hoses, they're not cut, kinked, or damaged, no leaks, it's tight and secure. The slack adjusters, they look upside down from what we saw in the front. The slack adjuster is right here. It's not damaged, no missing parts, no missing nuts, bolts, tight and secure. The push rod is here. It cannot be bent. It cannot move more than 1 inch with the parking brake released. And then the brake drum, it's not cracked or broken, not excessively worn, no oil or grease. And then the brake pads, it's not excessively worn, no oil or grease, must have at least 1/4 inch pad.